What up, everybody, wherever you may be are? It's me, Prince Sports. Now I want to talk about super teams, okay? Now I'm not a fan of super teams in the NBA, all right? But if you look at the history of super teams throughout the NBA, especially when they form with all players in their prime, they have all been successful. So there's no reason to think that this new trio, this new super team won't be successful. If you go back to 2008, the Boston Celtics form a big three. They win the championship their first season, and they go to the finals 2 out of 3 years. And they were old, but they still went to the finals and won. Fast forward, the Miami Heat. They form a super team. They go to the finals 4 years in a row. They win 2 out of 2. Success. All right. Now you got the newest big three. But before that, let's go to the Golden State Warriors. 3 out of 5 championships. Now you got the newest super team, which is the Brooklyn Nets. They could do the same exact thing. You got 3 players. 1 is in the top 5, and 2 is arguably top 10 or top 5, no matter how you go about it. You know? What up? What up, everybody? 12th Street, what's good? You know it. QB style. What up, Doug? All right, good that we got some Queens flavor up in here, man. But speaking of that, Brooklyn got a big super team. And that's just right around the corner, the next borough over. So championships may be coming back to Brooklyn. But as I was saying, you got a new super team in Brooklyn. All right. This could be the end of championships for LeBron James. All right. He may not have no more titles no more because the Golden State Warriors stopped him from winning championships. You know, yeah, they play no defense. That's true. But, you got role players to make up for that. This is why you got a lot of good players to pick up. The Miami Heat were a 3-man team. All right. First season, they went to the NBA Finals. They lost to the Dallas Mavericks. All right. But those 3 guys was good enough to still get you to the finals. So by default of having 3 top 10 players in the league, they get you to the finals. Now the defense, according to Kyrie Irving, he's on board with James Harden coming to the Brooklyn Nets. He said he'd be willing to change his game. They're sitting down talking about who's going to do what, who's going to play what style of basketball. So they're already making changes and predicting where they will, be effective on the floor. Yeah. Kyrie Irving to the Lakers, not happening, man. He don't like LeBron James enough for that. But before I continue, give a shout out to King Johnson 101. Salute to Queens Cat. I believe you're from Ravenswood, right? If I'm not mistaken, I believe you're from Ravenswood. No, I know about Ravenswood. I used to stay in Ravenswood a little bit. 35th Ave. Got some family in Ravenswood, PJs. Across the street from Queensview condos. Rainy Park basketball court. I used to play ball over there sometimes. I used to walk from the bridge and go and play ball in Rainy Park sometimes because I want some peace and quiet. The bridge was always noisy sometimes. Sometimes you just want a little quiet. And you want a little less action. Ravenswood was a little more quiet than Queensbridge. Queensbridge was always more noisy. When you want that action, you go to the bridge. But Ravenswood, they creeping up now too. But it was always a little more quiet than the bridge. But back to what I was saying. You got LeBron James now. Now his championship runs or his the thoughts of him winning a championship is not written in stone that much no more, because you got this big threat coming in the way. You know, you guys tend to forget that whenever you have a stacked team full of great players, regardless of what, they end up winning regardless anyway. All right. There's no doubt about it that this Brooklyn Nets big three could form a new dynasty. You know, there's no reason to say they won't form a dynasty unless somebody gets injured. If somebody gets injured, then you don't have a dynasty on your hands. But if those three guys stay healthy, they stay tact, they on the same page, they're going to win the championship. It's just a question of when. You know, they can win this season or next season. It definitely be their window is wide open to win one. Now, question is, does LeBron James get 2 to 3 years to wait for the Brooklyn Nets to dissolve and stop winning championships? The question is no. So if this does take off, this will be the end of LeBron winning championships. All right. It's not written in stone no more, because you guys went off by saying they're going to three-peat, they're going to do this and that. And I said, pump the brakes a little bit. Excuse me. Pump the brakes a little bit, because you know what? What if somebody else forms a big three? Okay. Giannis could form a big three. I got a feeling Giannis is going to form a big three sooner or later. You know, he's going to get tired of losing. He's going to form a big three. All right. Whenever you got a big three, they at least go to the finals. They last about 4 years. Okay. They take up half all your salary cap. You got all three guys getting paid about $40 million. So they're going to take your salary cap up. But here's the thing about it is you're going to get championships out of it, regardless of them taking all your salary cap. You're going to get a lot of guys for the cheap on the fly, a lot of one-year contracts. So next year, if that team comes full intact next year, they're going to get new pieces. I'm pretty sure they're going to win the championship next year. This year, they could probably pull it off again, because remember, Kevin Durant won the championship his very first year with Golden State Warriors on his super team. You know, LeBron didn't win the championship on his very first year super team with the Miami Heat. I know the situation was a little bit different, but nevertheless, a super team is a super team. And the Miami Heat was supposed to win that first year. No excuses about it. All right. So what effects on the league that this has? What is this going to mean for the future of basketball? Well, this means that we only got 1 year of non-super teams. So that means teams are coming right back again, forming super teams. They're going to play catch up. Oh, we got to keep up with the Brooklyn Nets. We got to form a super team. All right. So we're going to wait to see how everybody else responds and answers this. You know, I made a video about players that the Brooklyn Nets could sign. They got space for 2 to 3 players. All right. They could go out and get a Joakim Noah for defense. They could go out and get Amon Shepard for defense. Amon Shepard was a great defensive player during his time, you know, hence to why the Cleveland Cavaliers picked him up with LeBron James. So there's a lot of pieces that you could get. You could even go and get Henny J.R. Smith to go and win a championship, you know. So you got a lot. What up, Peter Cash? This may form a new dynasty. Now, according to reports, here's the mix. It's a mixed bag of reports. Like 8 hours ago, I read a report that Kyrie may sit out for the whole season. And then an hour later, you read a report that says Kyrie's on board to win a championship, you know, and he's on board with James Harden coming to the team. So they all talked. This is something that they all know about. This wasn't something new. This is something that they've been planning to do. They talked about it, and now it's going to come to fruition. So all that stuff of this guy won't be able to take a step back, this guy won't be able to change. If they committed to it, they're going to have to hold their word as bond. They're going to have to change. Somebody's going to have to change. James Harden is an approved defensive player. Here's another stat about James Harden. He had 40% usage, okay, which was amongst the highest in the NBA. But when he teamed up with Russell Westbrook, it went down to 35. So that means he made a sacrifice by touching the ball less when Russell Westbrook came. So what makes you think that he can't make that same sacrifice again? All right. He could make that very same sacrifice again, and they could come off winning. Now, as far for role players go, role players are a dime a dozen. I always tell people you can always get replacement role players. You know, you can always find a role player willing to play his role and do something. You know, you got a lot of guys on a block right now that's free agents that don't have a job. You know, a J.R. Smith, he's a veteran presence. Isaiah Thomas, if you want some more scoring. Jamal Crawford, if you want some more scoring. But if you don't want scoring and you want defense, there's a lot of defensive players that's on the market too. As I said in the video, Amon Shepard, you know, there's a couple bigs, Joakim Noah. Who else is available, man? Damn, I forgot some of these dude names, man. But there's a couple more centers that play defense that's available right now as we speak. So this is not like a foregone conclusion that the Brooklyn Nets won't pick up no defense. They got slots. They got slots and they got spots for players to go on. You know, the guy name is Jordan Bell. So remember he played on the Golden State Warriors. So you could get Jordan Bell on the Brooklyn Nets for cheap. You could get Joakim Noah for cheap. These are just extra bodies defensively that you could throw in the game. Because whenever you have a big three, you should always keep one out of those three players on the floor at all times. Okay? You don't have to sit all three of them the same time. Let James Harden get some burn with the role players. Let Kevin Durant get some burn with the role players and Kyrie Irving. You can sit those guys down. Okay? You can have two on the floor. You can have three on the floor at the same time. Just to start the game out with, then you could take a break. You know, there's ways to work this. Okay? One thing's for sure. Super teams always win championships. You know? King Johnson. I don't know about that, man. You know, saying the Nets don't play defense is a little premature to say because we haven't seen the pieces come together. You know, you've seen James Harden realistically every year he's been playing defense. I mean, well, not every year, but he's been getting better every single year by playing defense. So he's been an improved defensive player. Kevin Durant plays defense. The only defensive liability on the team really is Kyrie Irving. All right. And that's due to his size. But like I said, they could always pick up defensive role players that's sitting there on the block. This guy's right now at home waiting to get jobs with the NBA that could play defense. Defense is about effort. So you could always find guys willing to play defense. The main problem is you got 3 of the top 10 players on one team that poses a threat to the Lakers. All right. So the Lakers are definitely, in terms of in trouble. Yeah, they are. You know, you can't sit there and say that this is not a threat. Every super team is a threat. Because if James Harden was on the Lakers, you guys would be saying the Lakers going to three-peat. You know, they got 3 top 10 players in the game. Well, so do the Brooklyn Nets. Brooklyn Nets got three of the top 10 best players in the game. So why won't they win a championship? You know, it's just common sense. They should definitely win the championship. And yeah, they gutted some of their role players, but they still was able to keep some pieces. They still got Joe Harris on here, you know. Now, I wouldn't take J.R. Smith. I take Amon Shepard because he plays defense. That's another perimeter player you could get that plays defense. And by mid-season, there's going to be some guys that slip through the cracks that's going to get bought out, okay? You don't know who's going to get bought out that could come to the Brooklyn Nets for cheap because if they get bought out, Brooklyn Nets could sign them. So role players, I'm not worried about. You shouldn't be worried about role players on a championship contending team because they're always going to get it. You know, Miami Heat wasn't a full stack team, but they went to the finals in 2011. You know? Oh, I'm going to drop the link for you right now. And boom. So some more people get up in here. Now I figure I'd be on for an hour or so. And that's the link right there, Peter Cash. Anybody who wants to come in and join and talk, you can. I put the link in the box. So King Johnson, you could jump in if you want. You could come in and talk too as well. I'll let you in live, you know, because you're a Queens brother, man. And this guy that's about to come on, he's also a Brooklyn cat. So we got a lot of New Yorkers in here. So salute to New York in the building, man. We got a lot of New Yorkers up in here. We got Ravenswood, we got Queensbridge, and we're about to have East New York in a few minutes when he logged in. So, but back to what I was saying, you got winners and losers of this trade as well. The what's that team? The Houston Rockets. What up, man?
Yo, P, what up, man? What it
What's good,
do?
man?
What
What's
it
good?
do, man? Are you right?
Yeah, I'm chilling, man. Just trying to, getting this talk started, breaking it down so more people come in.
Go use that charge over there.
But
Yeah, man. Like, I don't know, man. You got my perspective about shit. I hate
yeah,
it. I don't.
here's the thing. I don't understand why people don't think this big three can't win a championship when
I
every
know.
big three in recent times has won a championship. Even
I
the big
mean,
three with Cleveland won a championship. Every team that had three All-Stars on it in their prime, 1 through 10 top players in the league, they won championships. So why
yeah,
would you believe this one won't do
that's a fact. I mean, I believe they can, and I believe they can. I don't know, will they? They should.
it? Yeah, hands down they should. You know? So I don't understand. I think it comes from people that don't want to see LeBron James lose. You know. But this is a legit threat to LeBron. LeBron gonna have problems guarding Kevin Durant, and you know what Kevin Durant did to him in the finals. So it's not like
Mm-hmm.
it's no secret.
It's only gonna get worse from here.
Yeah, he's 36 years old. You know, yeah,
It's gonna get worse from here.
and King Johnson, he keeps saying the Nets don't play defense. I keep telling him that whole thing is going to get fixed because there's a lot of role players on the fly. You got a lot of guys sitting at home that play defense that's looking for a job. The Nets got 2 to 3 roster spots that's not full yet. You could go out and get yourself some defensive pieces. You know?
True. I don't think those guys should win because I don't want them to win because I feel
Yeah,
they
because
don't deserve. I feel they don't deserve to win.
yeah, I admit I don't like super teams, but it's something we're gonna have to deal with. We didn't have a super team for just one season. That was it. Now we're back to super team. But this is
Exactly.
one. This
Yeah.
is the first super team that came back since the Golden State Warriors now. So now we got to deal with this. I'm sure the after effect of this is going to be more super teams.
Like how are you rating these guys as all-time greats and they not following all-time great rules like KD? Like you got people saying he got rings, but do
Mm-hmm.
he really? He joined the super team with the Warriors.
Right?
Then, the nigga had a chance to show us he could be the man on a team and
Yeah.
fucking battle out for a ring, and he
Yep.
still's not trying to do it, bro.
Yep. And it's not like
It's
he didn't.
like
It's not like
it's
he
like
didn't co-sign this. He co-signed this. He wanted
yeah,
James Harden on the team.
yep. Listen, man. Like one thing I realized, don't nobody know you better than you know yourself.
Yep.
So
That's true.
we look at these guys as, oh, they supposed to be this and they that. They
Mm-hmm.
feel as otherwise. They feel that they not this and that.
Word.
And
I
actions
feel
speak
that.
louder than words because if they felt that they was all time great and they that nigga, they
Yeah.
wouldn't be joining up and doing all this gay shit, man.
Word. And these fools said why Brooklyn didn't ask for PJ Tucker. I, they don't really need him. They got Joe Harris. They got a good. They're gonna have a decent bench regardless anyway. So they don't really need PJ Tucker. The Houston Rockets is a team for the future. They're gonna be completely out the picture. Nobody gonna even be talking about the Rockets for a couple years now. You know what I'm saying? They're done. They're out the championship picture.
They never been in a championship picture. What are you talking about, bro?
Nah, because when Harden was playing on there, they always looked at that as
Man,
like
they
a title.
wasn't doing shit. They
Yeah.
wasn't doing shit with Harden, man.
you know, So, but yeah, man.
They were still bad. I mean, they wasn't bad, but they wasn't gonna win.
Yeah, I know. But still, nevertheless, they were considered title contenders regardless. But they had Chris Paul, they were considered title contenders.
Nah,
They had
no.
Russell Westbrook, considered title contenders. You know,
I
but
mean,
now they're not considered nothing because they're just nothing more than just a team that could probably make the eighth seed in the playoffs if they're lucky.
they were supposed to be considered title contenders, but everybody took them for a joke because James Harden kept going to the playoffs and freezing up.
Yeah. Now, see, here's the thing: even if he frees up, he still got Kyrie and Kevin
Oh no,
Durant to
no.
leave.
Nah, bro. I'm not talking about this year. I'm talking about on the
Oh, yeah.
Rockets.
You're talking about in general. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
no.
no.
I was talking about on the Rockets.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Man, listen. Like even if they do win, do we really respect that?
I mean, hey, I got to give it the same. So I don't like super teams, so I'm going to call it out for what it is. They won on a super team, but that doesn't change the fact that they got more than enough potential to win the championship, and
Oh
people kind
yeah.
of overlook it. Even the Cleveland Cavaliers, Big Three was able to get to the finals every year, and that you may look at that Big Three and be like, not as impressive as this one in Brooklyn, but
I
they
mean,
still
but
able
they,
to get to the finals.
but they was in the. That was around the time when the Eastern Conference was weak.
Yeah,
Why you
true.
think LeBron left the Eastern Conference? Because it was actually getting better, bro, and he knew he wasn't going to go back to the final. So he had to go out west and get AD to come to the Lakers.
Word. And yo, King Johnson said KD rings don't matter to him either.
Why
Because
couldn't he say?
deep down inside, he feel like he cheated to get them.
Yeah,
But hey,
yeah.
if that's the case, I don't know why he called up James Harden. You know, he wanted the dude on his team. Now he got him. So.
And KD like creating problems for himself, man.
Word, man. But now, if LeBron goes to the finals and lose against this Brooklyn Nets team, how you think that's going to look upon? I guess by the fans or the people.
I mean, LeBron got a habit of losing in the finals. I wouldn't
You
care.
know? But no, I'm saying, will you think the excuses come out, or will people say, "Oh, he only lost because he got beat by a super team"?
Bro, no matter what LeBron do, no matter what LeBron do, they gonna make excuses.
Yeah,
Niggas gonna, niggas
yeah,
gonna
you
say,
right
"Oh yeah, LeBron ain't eat breakfast. LeBron ain't eat breakfast today. That's why he ain't have enough energy. That's why."
about it. Yeah, man. So
Bro, I heard some of the most craziest shit before from LeBron fans.
hell yeah. Now I don't know when Kyrie Irving gonna be back because I keep getting mixed reports. They keep telling me that he was thinking about sitting out for the season because he didn't like the hire of what's the dude, Steve Nash. He didn't want that dude as a coach,
Mm,
so that rubs him the wrong way. So now he's like, I don't know if he can even come back, to be honest with you. But
I don't know what the fuck wrong with LeBron.
word, man. And then like an hour later, you get reports that, oh, he's on board. He's cool with James Harden on the net.
Man,
I don't understand what's going on with this guy. So
you want my opinion? That
yeah,
nigga, that nigga, a rich ass nigga, do what he wanted to.
that could be the case. That could be the case.
Yo, listen, that nigga's a boss, man. He don't care about nothing.
Word. I feel that, man.
He,
I don't even know if he want to play. I don't even know if he want to win the championship no more.
can you, can we tell our boss like, yo, fuck it, I'm not coming, but you still gotta pay me. I don't got no particular reason, but yo, I'm chilling.
you know, that's Kyrie, man. So I don't know, man. I would still keep him because that's Kevin Durant's boy, and he may feel some type of way if you try to trade. So if the Brooklyn Nets is smart, they want to put Kyrie's name in trade room. So you know what I'm saying?
Man, KD is stupid, bro. Like,
King
never.
Johnson said he doubts Kyrie even come back because he getting 37 million a year. He don't even care. He may say, I come back when fans come back. I ain't doing this COVID-19 season.
I don't know what's on that nigga mind, but
Hey,
hey, I can't say nothing because he's not my favorite player, and and I'm not paying that man. So
what? What up, Zach? So Zach say it's over for LeBron. I mean, he may not get no more titles because before this, everybody said the Lakers was going to three-peat because they saw no competition. But now it's a different story. So, and you know what? People are kind of sleeping on the rest of the West. You could completely annoying the Clippers, and you just anointing the Lakers to being the team to come out the West.
yep, that's what I works.
They got to get past the Clippers too. So I think we're gonna get to see that matchup this season sooner or later.
Clippers got better, Lakers got worse.
Yeah. And he says, Zach said LeBron will finish 4-8. So I guess that means he thinks LeBron going to the finals this year anyway. So I don't know, but I know this may be James Harden's first championship. That's why he's on the team. So he's gonna be that dude that's gonna have to make the sacrifice. He won Sixth Man of the Year, so he knows how to change his role. Yeah, thanks Zach. So he knows how to change his role, and his defense got a little bit better. I mean, it's not like Kawhi Leonard style defense, but at least it got better.
Yep.
So I still think that's the team coming out the East. Because look, you got Milwaukee. You put a wall against Giannis, you know what happens in the playoffs. They're more of like a regular season team. They ain't gonna do nothing come playoff time. So that's a second round exit at the most.
Yo,
Miami,
like,
you know what I'm saying?
bro, check this out. I swear to everything. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Bro, 2018.
Yeah.
When Kawhi first went to the Raptors.
Yeah.
When he came off the injury.
Yeah.
Listen, man, like this word, listen, bro, like this word to my dead grandmother.
All right.
This is word to my pops that just passed last year, bro. I swear, I told my boy, one of my best friends.
Yeah.
We was sitting in the crib. The season just started.
Right.
Kawhi just came back.
Mm-hmm.
This is when everybody somehow Giannis is the best player in the East and he's the best player in the NBA.
Right.
And I was like, man,
that's when he was hot.
I was like, yo, my boy Kawhi just came back. This was 2018 going into 2019 season. I was like, man, they bugging. My boy Kawhi just came back. My boy like, Giannis is better than him. Yeah. I'm like, bro, no, he's not. I'm like, listen, man. We haven't even seen this nigga even elevate his game in the playoffs yet. I said, listen, he can't shoot. I swear to God, bro. I said, listen.
Yeah, he can't shoot.
I said, yo, watch when playoffs time come. Kawhi gonna turn it up. I said, yo, listen, bro. Kawhi gonna turn it up. Before he went on that playoff run, this was like in November, bro. This is November of 2019. No, my bad. November of 2018.
Yeah.
I'm saying playoff time, Kawhi gonna turn it up. I said the only thing you gotta do is build a wall around Giannis, and he gonna look stupid in the playoffs. I said that's what, bro. All this shit like, no, he not. Come playoff time, everybody's like, yo, how you knew? I was like, I told you that. Like, if you gotta know basketball, bro, like the same thing with the Lakers, how I said, bro, it's not how y'all think it is. This is gonna happen,
Right. Hell yeah.
Because if you know basketball, you can see shit before it's gonna happen,
Right. It's funny how people trying to downgrade the Nets for not playing defense. But the Lakers aren't that good defensively this year neither. I mean, don't go by the regular season because they're playing a lot of bad teams. They get an easy schedule, so you can't take the regular season. You got to take it with a grain of salt, basically. You know, it's the same way we did with Milwaukee Bucks. You force Giannis to become a shooter and a passer, he's not that effective. So that's why I don't think the Bucks are coming out the East. Then you got the Miami Heat. They probably was like a one year hit because I don't think they're gonna repeat it. You know, then that leaves us to what 76ers. No, I think Brooklyn could beat them, and Boston is high, but I think Brooklyn could beat them too. So, and even before they got James Harden, Kyrie and Kevin Durant was playing good against Boston anyway. So, 72 to 72, Rockets and Spurs. Okay, Zach, I see you.
Well,
But yeah,
this shit is stupid, man. You know, we gotta sit back and wait and see. You know?
oh yeah, but it could. I think it's going to be either Lakers and Nets or Clippers and Nets. I just don't know who's going to come out the West, but I got those two teams coming out the West. But it should be interesting though, man. But I think people are sleeping on the Nets because they don't want to see them win. But they got three all-stars. That is a super team. I never seen super teams really fail. They win a championship regardless, one way or the other. They get a championship. It may not be a lot, but they could still get something.
You're right, man. You're right. You're right, man.
Right.
I mean, I don't want to see them win, but they should win.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I don't want to see them win because I want LeBron to win. Fuck no, you know.
You know,
I don't want to see. Huh?
I don't even like super teams, but I'm just a realist about it. You can't have 3 of the top 10 players in the game and not win a championship with that when everybody else been doing it. You know, so it's like almost a gift.
Like, damn, man, like that got me feeling some type of way, and I'm just like, damn, yo, like, what if my boy Kawhi would have went and joined up?
Yeah,
with you know,
with the Lakers, you know, but he wanted to compete. He got that old school in him. He just want to compete and win.
it's like it's no credit for the real no more, man. Like, come on.
Right. Zach up here saying James Harden finally will be a champion. He's a James Harden fan, so he's actually happy about this a little bit because he gets.
If you're a James Harden fan, this is your perfect time to stop being.
Oh man. King Johnson say Nets got 3 superstars that show they lack mental sharpness. I don't know, man. I think Kyrie's pretty tough mentally. Yeah, he got some of that Kobe. You know, when he decides to play.
All them guys are chumps, you know.
You know? Yeah, man, it was a weak move. You know, I gotta hold it the same thing. This is Kevin Durant's second super team. Technically, he been on stacked teams half his whole career, to be honest. Because he started out with James Harden and Westbrook, then went to Golden State, and now he on Brooklyn on another stacked team. So he always played with good players. Oh, King Johnson said Clippers gonna shock the world and win. Okay, so he got the Clippers winning the chip. That's 2 of you. Both of you guys agree. Then the Clippers gonna come out on top and win a title.
Yeah, I don't think that'll be shocking the world. Like,
no, I think in this case it probably will because a lot of people counting them out. No, everybody already giving that title to the Lakers. But shout out to King Johnson, man. Yo, if you want to come in, the link is in there. I know you from the borough, so he from around the way. He actually from like the next project's over from me. He's from Ravenswood Project. You got Queensbridge and Ravenswood is right next to it. So he's not too far away from my brother.
Oh, it's crazy.
Word. Oh, Christian Wood. Zach says 3/4, 19 points, 14 assists. That's not bad. I mean, Rockies got a little young team going on. They rebuild. But yeah, man. Besides this, man, what you doing for the day, man? You watching any NBA games?
I was gonna who played tonight?
It was Philly and Miami played today. I didn't went on live. I think that game probably over now because it came on like at 4 LA time. So I don't know what time it's been over there. You guys are three hours ahead of time. It's probably like 7 o'clock on your end.
Let me see.
But yeah, man, I didn't even do no live games today. I just figured I'd come here and talk.
What? Yo, look, P. I'm looking at the news in New York, right? Let me show you.
Yeah.
Hello? I don't know what's fucking
Yep,
on
I
the
see.
screen.
Oh, okay. He probably lost his screen, lost his connection real quick. But yeah, Zach, that's cool that you watching your Houston Rockets do your thing over there, man. And your boy James Harden probably will most likely get the championship. No super team fails in modern NBA history. You know, how could 3 of the top 10 players in the league not win the championship? That's what I want to know. If they're on the floor playing, regardless of how you feel, they should still win the championship because they got everything you need. They got closers. They got the toughness. You know, so they got a lot.
Yeah, bro, I don't know what the fuck happened. But yo,
Oh,
I'm
good.
fucking watching the news, and these niggas talking about the Harden trade on the news.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, bro. I was trying to show you, but I don't know. I guess I hit the wrong button, and that shit just, you feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's talking about this Harden shit.
What up? What up, Raw Status TV?
Oh yeah, the Rockets and the Spurs are playing right now.
Yep, that's the game. That's the game Zach is watching right now. And Zach said the only way the Nets don't win is to let somebody get hurt. I mean, yeah, injuries are a part of the game, but I'm not assuming injuries. I'm assuming everybody's going to be healthy. So minus injuries, yeah.
Man, I wish Kawhi was still on the Spurs, to be honest.
Man, some people think he should have stayed on the Raptors.
Like
No,
honestly, if he was still on the Spurs, I don't think he'd be getting the credit that he getting now because
yeah.
a lot of haters would say, "Oh, it's a system."
Oh yeah. You read about that?
You remember that shit? They
Yeah,
was hating on him. He's a system player.
yeah. He can't play. He can't play outside the system. Yeah, I remember that. And he came and won a championship and proved it wrong.
You know, how
So.
the fuck you averaging 25 points and they calling you a system player? It ain't that much system in the world. You feel me?
Word,
That
word,
shit
son.
is stupid, bro. You feel me?
Yeah. You know, those are a lot of those people that say a lot of people that say stuff like that. Those are the ones that try to discredit Kawhi because he's rivals with LeBron.
Yo, I swear, I was just about to say that.
You
Soon
know,
as he
yeah,
saw busting LeBron ass or start coming for the throne,
yeah,
it's, oh, here's this. No way. A whole
yeah,
bunch, a whole bunch of negative. Yo, bro, especially when he turned down the Lakers. Oh my god.
yeah,
Yo, you had all these dudes dick riding him. You had Shannon Sharp. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Kawhi. This you had Nick Wright.
Yeah,
Soon
Jones
as he
Lakers
took
still the favorites, but
yo
let's see how that plays out.
bro. Soon as he did not join the Lakers, Shannon
Mm-hmm.
Sharp stopped fucking with him because
Right.
remember, man. Because remember, like one time the nigga Skip Bayless was mad at Kawhi. He wasn't even calling him by his name. And Shannon
Oh, that's
Sharp
right.
was defending. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
And Shannon Sharp was defending Kawhi. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like yep. Remember that? Remember that?
Yep.
Stop playing, Skip. Leave the man alone, Skip.
Some of that
Yeah.
started in 2014 too, because they don't want to, they got a problem admitting that Kawhi Leonard was shutting him down in 2014, which he did.
I mean, it was bad then, but it wasn't as bad as when
Yeah.
he did not join the Lakers.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
came at. They
That
came
put it
at, bro.
that
Huh?
put it over the top. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Raw status say go Lakers, and Octavius says Lakers in 5. I think you presume that over the Nets, but bro, we have never seen a super team not win a championship. 2 of the top 10 players going to win a championship. Whether you like it or not, it's just going to happen. If they fully healthy, they should win a championship. There's no but ifs about it. This is why people don't like super teams, because it's almost like, oh man, they get a free championship.
Yeah.
This is why we don't like it, because it takes the competitiveness out.
Absolutely.
Right.
Oh no. We supposed to be watching the game for competition, man. You know.
Hell yeah. I mean, makes it more fun when it's more competitive. Like I said, I think last season was a little more better because at least it was 2 all-stars on each team with role players. So anybody could win. It was
Hmm.
anybody's title to win. But now it looks a little bit different. Even now, with the favoritism of the Lakers, people thinking they're going to three-peat. Now all of a sudden you got this coming in as a threat. So
And what's so crazy? They didn't even give the season. I don't know. I don't think we even got the full effects of last season because of COVID.
hmm. And Jones said Kobe started. I don't know what she mean by that. She said Kobe started before LeBron did. I don't know what that means. So I don't know what that means.
What a super team?
I'm assuming. I don't know what she mean by that.
Oh yeah, super team, bro. And they talking about that Karl Malone and Gary Payton shit. They was all washed up and at the end of their career.
Yeah, and look, they still get to the finals. So that just shows you pick great players on the team. They may still get to the finals just sometimes by default.
Hmm.
Even if they don't get the best team around them. Raw status say LeBron beat Durant and Harden and point guard once before.
Huh?
I don't understand what Raw is saying too much. He said LeBron beat Durant and Harden and
Yo,
point
you
guard.
wanna know? Yo,
No,
listen,
he's talking
man.
about 2012. He's talking about 2012.
Yo, this kid from the Spurs,
Yeah,
Looney, whatever. Yo, this kid could be a star if
yeah,
you know.
yeah. You got to give him some time. He working on his
Yo,
game. He's good. He'll be good.
only thing he needs is consistent jump shot. Yo, bro, like I think he's like top
Oh, Drew
five most
Gully, what's good?
Yo, I
Yeah,
think he's like the top five most athletic player in the fucking league, bro.
damn.
His
You re-
athleticism, huh?
really?
Look, his name is Lonnie Walker.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
seen
from the
his
Spurs.
hops before? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yo, bro,
I saw
bro, did you see his hops before? Did you see that?
Hey, bro, I don't know, man. Most athletic, that's a big title to have.
Bro,
You think more
listen.
athletic than
Uh,
Greek?
yeah, yo, bro, type in right. Type in
Yeah.
on YouTube. Type in Lonnie Walker um layup versus Denver, and
Mm.
you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll be
Oh,
like, what the fuck is yo, bro? Type that in.
all right. And Jones said, remember, Kobe wanted out of the Lakers too. So I don't know where you're going. You're taking me with this one. You know, he didn't leave the Lakers though, regardless if he wanted out.
I don't know what they talking about.
You know, so. But Drew Gully, what's good, man? Brooklyn in the house. What's up? Yeah, another Brooklyn night. Yo, you watching any games right now?
Who me?
No, I was talking to somebody in the chat. But yeah, man, it should be interesting, man. Yo, your Spurs get a while though. They definitely rebuilding it. They just like the Rockets. They rebuilding.
You seen it, right? You seen the you see what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, but you said he's
Nah,
a
bro.
most
I'm talking about I'm talking about the play. I said he's like top five.
for most athletic.
Yeah, bro. Type in
Okay,
what
I
I
got
told you
it.
to type in.
All right,
Type it
let me
in.
I'm gonna type it in right now because I got the tablet next to me, so I'm gonna type it in. Uh, give me the words again.
Lonnie Walker. His name is Lonnie Walker, right? And type in layup versus Denver. Let me see it. Let me see if that's the clip.
All right, Lonnie Walker, layup against
Yeah,
Denver.
yeah.
Uh,
Oh,
so I'm
just
gonna
type in versus Nuggets this time.
layup against Denver. Okay, I guess it's Lenny Walker, Skywalker. That's what they call it.
Yeah, I think that's
Oh
it.
my God! Yo, you see this guy's
yo, yo, bro. Go watch up his dunks too.
Yo,
Uh,
this,
yeah.
this, this dude taking like he's taking off beyond the free throw line, and you see
Yo,
one of
you
the
see
dudes.
his head? Yo, his head is way beyond. Yo, his head is way beyond the rim, right?
Yeah,
Yo, you
yeah,
see
you
where
see
his dead
that?
at? Yo, bro, and he's not even
Yo,
trying. That's
whoa,
scary. He's not even trying.
damn,
He's
ooh,
bro. I've seen his dunks, bro. He get up.
yo, yo, son, you seen that dude's face?
He just
Yo,
jumped up on the bench like. Now I'm Gary Harris, right? Gary Harris was
okay,
like,
okay, you made me a believer. You made me a believer
hey,
now.
bro, I ain't seen that like that in a long time.
God damn, you taking off beyond the free throw line. That
But look
dude got
at his
hot.
head.
Yeah,
Yo,
he
you
got
seen
hot.
his head? I was
Yeah.
like, yo, what?
Oh yeah, they got
Nah, man.
Victor off the depot, Drew. No doubt. All right. Oh, the Warriors at 10? Oh, I think that's the Warriors play at 10. I may peep that game out. And raw status say LeBron and AD still the best duo in basketball. So yo, yo, P, do you think LeBron and AD the best duo in basketball?
I mean, I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know because, bro, the LeBron don't look so good. Anthony Davis don't even look good right now.
Mm.
So how we gonna say that?
I hear that.
No, we gotta. Man,
Damn. Yeah, I can't believe I missed that play. Oh, that was back in that was what, last year? That was a couple months back. Damn, that dude got some hops.
yeah, man. Like,
Drew Gully disagreed. He said he don't believe AD and LeBron are the best duo. Craig Brown don't believe it neither.
Yeah, I said I don't know.
Mm. So raw status, you got
Right
two dudes
now,
that agree with you, and one opinion on the fence. Because Peter Cash don't he a maybe, the question mark with that, but he don't know. But that's duo. I don't know, man. That's kind of hard to say right now too, because it's so early in the season.
yeah,
You know,
it's looking like the Clippers right now. Kawhi
and
and
you
PG
can
can
only say
fight
AD
that.
is carrying LeBron. You're
I
right.
mean, I know he did last year.
Yeah, that is true. And you can't be the best duo if one guy is so-called carrying. Both guys have to hold their own without nobody saying they're being carried off. No,
Facts.
no. Raw status say fresh off the title.
Hold on.
Let me put that link in. Get somebody want to jump in. Hold on. But yeah, man. Raw, do you think this could be the end of LeBron James not just going to the finals? Because he probably could still get there because he played in the West. But this may be the end of him winning titles. He may retire with 4 titles. Kevin Durant could do the same thing he did in Golden State. LeBron gets a top 5 player, not Anthony Davis. Yeah, he gets a top 5 player, Anthony Davis. And Kevin Durant says, you know what? I'm going to take it a step further. You got a top 5 player? I go out and get 2 All-Stars and I form a super team again. So Kevin Durant may be standing in your way once again, because in recent years, he's standing in your way. He blocked you from winning championships against Golden State. Now he's going to block you winning championships again. You know, so you may get your hands full. There may be no more titles for LeBron James. You know, and this may be another dynasty. Yeah, somebody give Kyrie Irving his meds. You know, Kyrie Irving needs some meds, man. You need to take his mental pills so he could go back to work and realize, bro, you a basketball player. You ain't in politics. You don't work for Donald Trump. You don't work for Biden. Get your butt back on the court. Yeah, I guess he probably wants to make sure of that, because him and James Harden was talking about playing together way before this trade even took place. Yeah, Warriors were ready for him. You're right, but still, they stopped LeBron from winning. Dynasty or great implosion. You know, I don't think it'll come down to that. You got three of the best players, top 10. There's no way they could not learn to work together and win the championship. I believe they will win either this year or next year. One thing's for sure, the Lakers are not written in stone to win championships no more. That may be true. Okay, if you get yourself another big 3 player, then I might change my mind. But right now, we all agree Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden is top 10, right? So 3 top 10 players should win a championship. Yeah. You know, I don't know, Roy. I don't know about LeBron winning more championships. You know, I think this only going to get harder from now. He's 36. You got one super team forming. What happens if more super team forms? Everybody's going to get better. Everybody's going to play keep up. You got to keep up with the Joneses. So the more years go by, the more teams get better. And that's more competition. Makes it more harder for the Lakers to three-peat. It's not going to be easy. Or even win another championship. It's not going to be easy. Yeah, Lakers still got competition by the Clippers. You know, all it takes is an injury or two, and that's it. He said Clippers like Dallas. You know, Lakers do reply heavy on AD. They use AD a lot for a lot of usage. AD gets a lot of usage. He's their go-to guy on scoring. So they could use another. They don't get a third legit scorer. And they gave up some of their defense. So they're going to have to make a trade and get a third legit scorer. Like I said before, I think Zach LaVine would be perfect. But the Nets, man, they got a lot of options. You know, Joakim Noah is still looking for a job. He's a great rebounder and a defensive player. He don't have to set the world on fire. Just come on the Nets, play defense, and rebound. That's all you need to do. And he's an underrated passer, too. Bell Jordan, Amon Shepard. You got decent defender in J.R. Smith. All these guys are free agents looking for a job in the NBA. There's always somebody looking for a job. And the Nets got slots for 2 to 3 more players, depending on how they spend. Yeah, but let's flip that. Lakers or Clippers, neither one of them have the answer for Kevin Durant. You know, so all teams don't have an answer for a certain guy. But if you get Joakim Noah on there with DeAndre Jordan, they could ruffle AD's feathers a little bit. I mean, AD will still get his. He's still better than those guys, but all the Brooklyn Nets need is just a guy to rebound and play some defense. They don't have to be like, you know, shutting somebody down, because you're not going to shut AD down. J.R. Spliff, he going to get the team high? He said, yo, we in Brooklyn too, man. Let me just get these dudes high. You know, yeah, those are great scores. But the Nets could pick up just the same. And I forget to mention, Isaiah Thomas is free. Isaiah Thomas could still score. And he won't have to do that much scoring with those guys on him. You know, see, that's the thing, Drew. They say they don't get no defense, but they could fix that easily. You could go out and get 3 players that play defense. That's it. James Harden got better on defense. Michael Beasley, he's a solid defender. Jordan Bell, he's available. You know, Jamal Crawford, if you want some more offense off the bench. I don't know about that. Durant outscored LeBron James a couple of times, even before he got on Golden State Warriors. And keep in mind, in 2012, he was still shooting 50% from the field, dropping 27, 28 points a game. So it's not like he was being stopped. What about John Hanson? Got drafted by the Milwaukee Bucks. He's a center. He rebounds and plays defense. That's a lot. You know? Here's a dang, Drew. You don't need to stack the deck. They got 3 all-stars. A little bit help here and there, and that's it. They don't need a bunch of high-class players. They still got Joe Harris. He's going to come off the bench. He's going to be their number 1 option. He was a former 3-point champion. He shoots the 3. He's automatic. Next season, Spencer Dinwiddie will be back. So they got the pieces, man. They got the pieces. That's why I said they're going to either win a championship this year or next year. You can always find replaceable role players. I don't know. I mean, LeBron defensively is not a guy that people are scared of. You know, a lot of guys have been cooking and getting buckets on LeBron. It's not like LeBron stops people. You know, he's not going to stop Kevin Durant. You know, so and Drew, Amon Shepard, he's still looking for a job. They got 3 spots left on this Brooklyn team. Go out and get some 3 defensive players. They'd be good. You know, he said he can't carry your team. Well, he got the help. He got 3 of the top 10 players are all on the same team. That's going to be devastating. They talking to each other. They realizing, hey, we got to make sacrifice. If you read the reports, Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving said they're willing to make sacrifice. Okay, they're going to all play. They're going to try to play a little different roles. And I kind of figure out what roles they would be playing. You have Kevin Durant as the alpha. You could let Kyrie Irving, he still has to be ball dominant a little bit. So let Kyrie Irving do the same thing he did with LeBron. Let him score. Let him get his buckets. And you could let James Harden go back to the role that he used to play. Like how he did with the 6th man of the year with the OKC Thunder. He's going to have to be the dude that rebound and the third option. His points going to have to go down. That 24 points a game got to go down. Because all third options on super teams, they score like 18 points a game. That's it. So James Harden has to go down to about 18 points a game. But Kyrie and Kevin Durant, they can average 27 to 25 a game. That's a little too far to say that because a lot of those guys were shutting him down. I mean, Kawhi Leonard has outplayed LeBron James more times than LeBron has outplayed Kawhi Leonard. Oh, congratulations, Zach. Your Rockets win. Oh, really? Now, okay, hold up for a minute. You got to give the team to Kevin Durant. You can't let Kyrie be the boss of the team. Kevin Durant's better than AD, though, bro. I'm sorry, man. Kevin Durant is just better. AD's a top 5 player, but so is Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant was always either considered the number 1 best player in the world or number 2. So that's higher than Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is around 4-ish or 5-ish. And some don't even have him in the top 5. Some have him like at 6. But I'm giving Kevin Durant the nod over AD. You think Kawhi Leonard overrated? I mean, he has a chance to prove it this year. He loves playing against LeBron. Man, bro, if Kyrie can't win without LeBron, that says a lot because he's playing with Kevin Durant and James Harden. They should win. There's no ifs about it. They should be favorites by a lot of people. I mean, it's a wrap. They're going to win the title. Either next year or this year. If they stay healthy, they do their job, they show up to work, they should win the title. No big 3 has failed in recent NBA history. They all won chips. Even old-ass Boston Celtics won titles. All right, Zach, congratulations. Your Rockets is winning. Yo, where's T at? I didn't see T here today, man. Usually T be up in here, man. He missing today. Yeah, see, here we go. We got a guy that thinks KD's the best player. There's a lot of people that think KD's the best player in the world. No, so he's right there with LeBron, and it's like this. If you think LeBron's better than KD, it's like this. Or if you think KD's better than LeBron, it's like this. Yep, that's Boston went to the finals 2 out of 3 times. So no big 3 has failed. So why would you guys think that this big 3 is going to fail? History has shown that all big 3s won championships. Why are you guys not going to give this big 3 credit and act like they can't win a championship? Miami Heat didn't win the championship their first year, but they still got to the finals because they had 3 All-Stars. By default, the power of All-Stars is just overwhelming sometimes. LeBron's not a better scorer than KD, bro. I'm sorry. KD's one of the most efficient scorers, probably in NBA history. The dude could get, you heard what Iguodala said about KD? He said KD could get 30 points off 12 shots without being ball dominant. That's very hard to do in today's NBA. No, he's not a slightly better shooter. He is a better shooter. Kevin Durant got that ratchet, man. He got that shot. Kevin Garnett. Of course. Kevin Garnett got the individual accolades, and he got the team success too. They may both end up with one championship. I don't know if the Lakers going to even win another championship. Durant's a better defensive player right now as we speak, yes. He's in his prime. He's a better defensive player. He was a better defensive player than LeBron probably like since 2017 probably. Anytime you got to get pushed in the back by Kyle Kuzma to go and play defense, that means you slacking on defense a lot. Yeah, LeBron had to develop a jumper, but Kevin Durant had a jumper back in the day. That's one of the first things he was doing was shooting jump shots. He a 7-foot dude that got handled somewhat like a guard, and he could shoot. Yeah, man, Kevin Garnett was a monster. He was in your face talking shit. He played with a lot of heart and determination. Defensive Player of the Year, won MVP, a better alpha. You know, AD gave up his alpha rights when he went to go and play with LeBron. You take Shaq because Shaq was more dominant. Shaq is more better at dunking and getting shots like that. Just like LeBron is more better attacking the basket than Kevin Durant, but he's not a better per scorer. Kevin Durant has a better scoring skill set than LeBron James. They probably did. You know, Kyle Kuzma was like, get out there and play some defense, man. Now you out here hot dogging. You know what I'm saying? Oh, T, what good, man? Y'all was just talking about you, man. What it do? Cali in the house. No, I got to look that up. I have to look at that. Gary Payton was one of the best trash talkers of all time. Yeah, yo, Raw, you 100% right about KD going to the Golden State Warriors. It was a weak move. 100% right. You know, but it is what it is, man. He turned that team into a super team, though. And at least he was able to say, hey, I'm coming to this team, and I'm taking it over from day one. The minute he got to Golden State, it became his team. Yeah. You know, they're more skillful. KD is a more skillful scorer than LeBron. LeBron is more power. You know, he flexes his muscles like this, but skill is different. Skill and being dominant is two complete different things. Yeah, LeBron is more dominant than Kevin Durant. You are right, because his game is more built on power. That I agree with you, Raw. I give you points for that one. But when it comes to skill, offensive skill set, Kevin Durant has a better offensive skill set than LeBron James. Nah, man, never talking reckless about you, bro. I just said where you at. You know, it's all love, T. I never do that to you, bro. No, I was on here for what? We was on here close to an hour, man. I didn't see you. I was like, yo, what's up? You know, I didn't see my man T. You know, but I had my man King Johnson 101. He came through. He showed some love. He from around the way. He from the hood. He from Ravenswood Projects, which is a block down from Queensbridge. So it was good to have a fellow Queens native up in here. LeBron D is very inconsistent, you know. So we got a lot of people that think Kevin Durant is already better than LeBron. So LeBron's going to have his hands full, you know, LeBron's going to have his hands full just trying to guard Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is no easy task to guard, you know. Kevin Durant could drop 20 or 30 on LeBron James. LeBron James' arms is too short to box with guard, in the words of Nas. You know, we already seen Kevin Durant and LeBron guard each other, and LeBron has more problems guarding Kevin Durant than Kevin Durant has guarding LeBron. I've seen Kevin Durant block LeBron James in recent years too. No, he forced LeBron James to a turnover in a late critical play. And now you got that dog is on the Brooklyn Nets and add Kyrie Irving. There's nobody on that team that could stop Kyrie Irving from dropping 40 on the Lakers. And he could hit clutch shots because he did it all through his years playing with LeBron, playing on Cleveland. He hit that clutch shot against the Golden State Warriors when KD was on the Warriors. Kyrie Irving saved them, the Cleveland Cavaliers, in a regular season game. It was Christmas. Kyrie Irving hit the clutch shot against the Golden State Warriors. Yeah, no disrespect to LeBron. 10 seconds left in the game. I want Kevin Durant with the ball. I definitely want Kevin Durant with the ball. You know, I may want Kyrie. If it's just one shot, I want Kyrie. Yeah, but it goes vice versa. KD beat LeBron twice already too. He beat him twice in the finals. No, it's a good matchup. You got the number one and number two of the best players in the world is LeBron and Kevin Durant. No question. But Kevin Durant has more star power now. That's the difference. That's the difference. Who's going to stop Kyrie Irving? And James Harden is still one of the best scorers of this generation. James Harden could get cooking, and he'd be free to cook against a lot of people now because there's no more double teams on James Harden. There's no more. James Harden going to get a lot of ISOs. He's going to get a lot of one-on-ones. Who's going to stop James Harden? Yeah, I know you was gonna say that, bro. Nothing KD did on Golden State counts. So hey, that's a super team. Then you had to take that same energy with the Miami Heat. So we treat them all the same, right? So that means LeBron's years with Miami Heat are suspect too, because they both won on super teams. And we can admit they both won on super teams. It's just Kevin Durant is just getting a better super team. He always takes it a step further. Yeah, Kyrie definitely will stop himself with with them meds. Man, I don't know what homeboy on, man. Yo, Drew, I read several reports that he's threatening to miss the whole season. Kyrie Irving is, I don't want to play this season. Then he comes out an hour later and says, you know what? Me and James Harden and Durant, we'll play good this season. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's coming or leaving. I don't know what he's doing. So I'm going to put out an MIA report for Kyrie Irving. Just get your butt back on the basketball court. And he was an early season MVP. He would be an MVP candidate if he's playing right now, So Kyrie Irving is upset about Steve Nash being a coach, but he is superiorly bipolar. Yeah, he's definitely bipolar. The dude, he's on board one minute, the next minute he's not. Now, Zach, I'm glad that you're here. I could talk about the winners of this trade. Now, looking at it at first glance, Kyrie smoking that Brooklyn cheesecake. Yo, Roy, he on something. I don't know what the hell with this dude. Now, your prediction to be right. If Kyrie don't come back, then I'm all in. The Lakers beat the Nets. But I think that their big three is what gives them the edge over the Lakers. That's what I'm looking at. You put a killer like Kyrie Irving in there, looked up to Kobe Bryant. He likes the clutch moment. They could beat the Lakers. But if he don't return, it's a failed season. And if he don't return, trade Kyrie Irving. Just go out and get Joel Embiid or something. Trade Kyrie Irving for another superstar. So it really is a shame, man. I don't know what's going on with the dude. He's such a talented basketball player, but he's a problem off. He's a problem off the court. And the Brooklyn Nets, they don't have no legitimate excuse to why this guy is gone. They're just playing it cool for the media. They say, hey, you know what? We support Kyrie and whatever he does. But you really think they're happy with this guy just leaving the team? for no apparent reason. He's not giving them a valid reason why he's gone, you know? So I don't know what's going on with homeboy, man. You know, if they want this big three to work, Kyrie Irving has to play. If Kyrie Irving doesn't play, New York won't get no championship. Man, Harden will get to the free throw line about 20 to 15 times against those defenders on the Lakers without no double team. Man, it's probably the white girl party. Remember Kyrie Irving did the white girl party only? So, you know, too much Becky's, man. I don't know. Maybe he got a case of that. I don't know what homeboy doing, but, you know, he's partying with the family members. He's on Zoom calls with politics. But, you know, somebody get Kyrie Irving his drugs back so he could get back on the court. You know, James Harden's reputation did take a hit, you know, because he joined this team. But nevertheless, I could guarantee you this. The Brooklyn Nets will not go ringless if that team stays intact. They will win a pitcher. They will win a championship. Oh yeah, you saw the pic of Kyrie laughing. I mean, he having a good old time, man. Now, boy, he getting down. He boogieing. You know, completely forgetting. He probably say, you know what? I come back when fans come back. I don't like this bubble basketball. You know, this is not real basketball to me. I don't live on this planet. And you know what? He got the nerve to call. He called me. He called you. He called everybody that watches basketball, critiques basketball, idiots. We're peons to Kyrie Irving because his intelligence is such on a higher level than all of us. You know, he makes more sense than all of us. I hope he comes back and the media gives him a handful. I hope the media disrespects this guy from top to bottom. That's what I hope. You know, I hope he gets the business done to him. You know, I want everybody in the media to throw Kyrie Irving under the bus, okay? Because he's going to come back and say, hey, it's none of your business why I was gone. You signed a contract, brother. You're a professional basketball player. You better take the heat. It's as simple as that. Damn, okay. LaMelo Ball, he's proven to be a better player than his brother. That's for sure. And I made a video on that talking about LaMelo Ball being better than Lonzo Ball. Without question. You know? No doubt. Yeah, Harden wasn't going to win on his own. Now he got himself a super team. There's no excuses for this guy now. He got to win. And he's going to make it happen. You know? Yeah, me neither, man. I don't listen to Kyrie. None of that gibberish that he says. I just watch the guy play basketball. You know, I occasionally call him out. You know? Kyrie Irving won't even be worried about guarding LeBron. I think that should be Kevin Durant's duty, you know. Now the Brooklyn Nets are they're a little thin, they're a little short, you know, on the bench, but they could fix that. I made a video on plays that they could get. There's a lot of players at home wanting to play, wanting to compete for a championship. There's always players, and who's going to get bought out during midseason? Somebody's going to get bought out of their contract. They could go to Brooklyn. So don't ever worry about role players coming on the championship contending team. The role players will come. You got the super team. You got the big three. Role players will follow. I don't know. Durant, I think, definitely could guard LeBron. You know, the rest is debatable on the other part. Hold on for a minute. Is that the same? Is that chicken? Got the food cooking, wifey cooking the food. I think that's a Filipino dish she making. I don't know, but I ate it yesterday. It tastes good. I'm going to eat it again today. So one thing's for sure. The Lakers are in trouble. I know you guys don't want to admit it. Some of the diehard Laker fans, but they're in trouble. No, they're definitely in trouble. This big three could be a dynasty. It could be a team that stops LeBron from winning another championship. No. And LeBron is not the most diehard, leave it all on the floor. If it gets too overwhelming for LeBron, he would go back into his old habits and wave the white flag. LeBron James has quit too. So before we call Kevin Durant a quitter, LeBron James has quit multiple times as well. No doubt T send that Lupia. Yo, hun.
Yes.
T talking about one of the guys in the chat, my boy T, he talking about Lupia. Filipino food.
Why did I smoke it?
Yeah. Yo, Blue, if they become a dynasty, they're 3 of the top 10 best players in the world. Let's not act like they're not, okay? All superstars find a way to work it out. Every super team won a championship. I don't know why you guys are just disrespecting this super team and acting like they can't win the championship. Every super team won the championship. Boston, they was the first, right? They're the one that made LeBron quit and go and form a super team because he realized I can't beat a team with multiple superstars on it. Facts. So he goes and forms a team with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. Super team. They win 2 championships out of 4. They go to the finals 4 times. Golden State Warriors, they go win 3 out of 5. Cleveland Cavaliers go to the finals every year with three All-Stars. Now you got the Brooklyn Nets. What makes you think they're going to be any different? If they stay together, they're going to go to the finals. That's just facts. Well, it was just last season ago, Raw, when LeBron was giving up moments in the fourth. LeBron got bailed out many a times by Anthony Davis this past season. So it's not like the past. Yeah, hey, that's Filipino style. They could cook. You know it, T. Yo, Drew, you get a chance, head out to a Filipino restaurant. No player won by themselves. You're right on that. You're right on that, Blue. But no super team has failed neither. This is what I'm trying to say. The 3 of the top 10 play. I'm not crucifying nobody's super teams. I'm just saying super teams always find a way to win. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Why you guys think that the Nets won't win a championship if they got 3 of the top players in the world? And they already know about each other on the same team. They said they're going to make sacrifices. James Harden is to be the dude that score 18 a game. He's going to let Kyrie cook. He's going to let Kevin Durant cook. So he be the guy to take the step back. He's going to play the Chris Bosh role. Chris Bosh was averaging 24 points a game. He comes to the Miami Heat. He averages 16 to 18. Same thing for Kevin Love. He was averaging 26 on the Minnesota Timberwolves. He goes to the Cleveland Cavaliers. He only averages 17 a game, and he's still on that same team. All super teams won titles. That's a good question. I'm glad Blue brought that question up. They may not win this year, but if they don't win this year, I'm thinking they're going to win next year. Either way, they're going to win a championship is what I'm trying to say. Harden led the league in assists in 2018. That is true. Who on the Nets is going to stop KD? It goes both ways. You could probably pick Kevin Durant on AD for certain spurts of the game. Hell, man. Yeah, New York City could be a big temptation for James Harden. James, stay away from the temptation, James Harden. Keep your money in your pocket. Don't go to the clubs. Kyrie Irving, hit the meds. Come back on the basketball court. The only guy that's professionally doing his thing, handling his business, shows up each and every game is Kevin Durant. That's why I'm giving the team to him. There's nobody in the East that really could stop them, though, bro. You know, people don't want to admit it because it's a big three. You know, they're going to be the most hated team right now, and rightfully so because they're a super team. You know, they will get a backup big. I made a video on it. There's several guys that's available for them to get. They got 3 roster spots. They're going to address all of this. Yo, T, you wild, T. Damn. So that is true, Raw. You know, Durant couldn't beat Golden State. LeBron did. You know, that is true. He gets credit for that. But both of those dudes was on super team. So did both of their championships nonetheless gets treated the same way to a certain extent because they're super teams. You know. All right, you're gonna keep saying Brooklyn has no D. That no D gonna lead them to the finals. Because Milwaukee ain't true contenders. They're not. Okay, you put that wall up, Giannis is going home in the second round. Right? Miami Heat was probably like a one-season flop. I mean, a one-season flop, a one-hit wonder. Miami Heat is a one-hit wonder. They're not gonna get. They're not gonna go further this season. Oh, no doubt. But that Lakers team wasn't a super team. Pau Gasol was another all-star. He was a sidekick. Then you had the rest of those guys, which was role players. They weren't. That wasn't a super team. They won just by competing. But these are super teams. We're going by super team rules. So all super teams win championships. You really think those 3 guys are going to not let themselves win a championship? They'll swallow their pride. Somebody will make the sacrifice. And if I could take a guess who's going to make the sacrifice, is James Harden. He made the sacrifice for Russell Westbrook, so why won't he do it for these 2 guys? James Harden usage rate went down from 40 to 35. He could do the same thing on his Brooklyn Nets team. You know, a super team is 3 all-stars on your team. Kevin Love, Kyrie Irving, LeBron James. And when you look at super teams, the Cleveland Cavaliers is on that list with those super teams. It's on a picture. No, there were a super team that they controlled the East. There was no team in the Eastern Conference that had 3 all-stars on it. That's how the Cavaliers was allowing themselves to be a 4th seed, a 5th seed, and still going to the finals. They had no competition because they had 3 all-stars. They had a 3-headed monster. Yeah, you're right. Giannis is one-dimensional. You build that wall, he go home. Dude can't shoot, so all you have to do is stop him from going to the basket, put that wall up. He passes the ball to his teammates. The Milwaukee Bucks out the playoffs. So Giannis is going to be the next dude to probably form up a super team. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be the next dude to do it. A team with multiple all-stars is a super team. LeBron been on 2 of them already. And he has not right now, he's playing with a top 5 player in the game with Anthony Davis. If he goes out and get another all-star, rather it's a Bradley Beal or anybody like that, it's a super team. Yeah, Golden State was a super team. Yeah. Three All-Stars or more. Golden State had 4. And they became a real super team when Kevin Durant came into the fold, because some people don't consider Draymond Green a real all-star. But, I mean, if you just want to look at that, they still won 72 games with those 3 all-stars, And they were looked upon as a super team, or one of the greatest regular season team of all time. And then they choked. But that's the rules of it. You could go on ESPN, they tell you a super team is 3 all-stars or more. So if you have that on your team, it's a super team. 2 all-stars is okay. Pippen, Jordan, that's acceptable. And that's what the Lakers got. They got Batman, they got Robin. Yeah, Kuzma got to leave the Lakers, but he's gonna be trade bait because they're gonna need to get somebody else if they get spanked by Brooklyn. Oh, is it done?
Yeah.
All right, I'll be right back, y'all. Oh, did you steam that?
Huh?
You steam that?
Which one?
The dumpling.
The dumpling? Yeah.
God damn.
Did you turn off the stove?
Yeah, I did. All right, sorry for that. I had to go real quick, but I had to get that grub. Got the grub. This is a Filipino dish, right?
Yeah.
Yep, it is a Filipino dish. Yeah, I'm about to put it down, T. You already know. Look at Brandon Ingram. Lakers made a mistake by letting Brandon Ingram go. They should have kept Brandon Ingram. Now you stuck with Kyle Kuzma. T always gets on Kyle Kuzma, rightfully so, because he's taking up Lakers' money and he should be a goner. But hey, you could use him as a scapegoat. If the Lakers lose to the Brooklyn Nets, there you go. Blame it on Kyle Kuzma, because you're gonna have to blame it on somebody. But T always gets on Kyle Kuzma because, he calls him weak sauce. Rightfully so. But you got your scapegoat. Kyle Kuzma could be your scapegoat if you lose. If y'all get waxed by the Brooklyn Nets, there you go. It's all Kyle Kuzma's fault. Because the media is going to give LeBron a pass because he's going to get beat by a super team again. But according to some guys here, you guys say that the Lakers are still a better team than Brooklyn Nets. So it wouldn't matter if the Brooklyn Nets have a big 3 or not. Yep. Now BI is an all-star playing alongside Zion Williamson. And I'm glad we brought that up. Tomorrow I will be live streaming the Lakers versus the New Orleans Pelicans. Zion and BI versus AD and LeBron. Good matchup. No, I don't think the 76ers are beat. 76ers weak. As long as they got Joel Embiid on that team, they ain't going nowhere. If Joel Embiid is your first option, 76ers ain't going nowhere. Crybaby Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid is soft as cotton tissue. He's going to be home crying again when he gets spanked by the Brooklyn Nets. Yeah, hell yeah, man. The Nets making New York relevant. Too bad it's not on my Knicks. Man, see, look, Zach, why you had to say that, man? Now you're going to start making me cry, man, because the Knicks is not relevant no more. Zion is playing. So he cleared the coronavirus thing, the protocol, he's playing. And Ben Simmons can't shoot. So what is he going to do against the big three of Brooklyn? Man, come on, man. Ben Simmons ain't going nowhere. That 76ers team ain't going nowhere fast. Nowhere in a hurry. Y'all should stop believing in the 76ers. They ain't going nowhere. That brings us to the last good team. Miami and Boston. Can Miami and Boston beat Brooklyn? Miami is a one-hit wonder. They ain't going to do the same thing they did last year. No. That's coming to an end this season. So Miami out the picture. They ain't looking so hot this year anyway. So they out the picture. Then that leaves us with Boston. But Boston hit with a bunch of injuries. Kemba Walker is damn near playing on one leg. Who going to beat the Brooklyn Nets? Nobody. Nobody in the East going to beat the Brooklyn Nets. Y'all think Milwaukee going to beat the Brooklyn Nets? Yeah, this should be a good matchup, though, T. Because the last Laker games, they've been beating up on cotton puff teams. Lakers have a very easy schedule, and the games haven't been competitive. Man, Milwaukee ain't doing nothing, Roy. Milwaukee is not a playoff team. They proved that to y'all. Unless they get some all-stars, they ain't going nowhere. Giannis out there by himself. If you shut Giannis down, who else is going to step up for Milwaukee? What is Milwaukee going to do in the playoffs? How many times Milwaukee got a choke in the playoffs to prove to you guys that they're not the real deal? They're a glorified regular season team. That's it. That's all Milwaukee is. They're built for the regular season. Come playoff time, they suck. Yeah, no doubt, T. Nobody in the East beating Brooklyn. Brooklyn was the favorites to come out the East before James Harden got traded. Yeah, but I think whenever you win a championship, they give you an easy schedule. But then again, Lakers had an easy schedule last season at the beginning. No, they're beating on the Bulls. They're beating on the Rockets. No offense, Jack. They're beating on the Warriors. These teams are, they're crippled right now. None of those teams out the East beating Brooklyn. They all easy work for Brooklyn. Giannis is a one-man team. We all know one man can't win a championship. What up, Zach? Yep. Yeah, the Lakers will play some good competition later on, but they start out with an easy schedule. Everybody gets to play each other, so. But y'all bugging if y'all think the Brooklyn Nets ain't coming out the East. I don't know if that's just. I think it's maybe because it's the big three. You don't want to see the super team come out the East. But super team is coming out the East. You know, this is good, man. This is like chicken. What's it called? Say it again. Oh yeah, something like that. Repeat it so they can hear it. Say it a little loud. Okay, yeah. If you just heard her say it, that's the dish that I'm eating right now.
But it's like instead of ground beef, since we don't have ground beef, I'm using ground chicken.
Mm-hmm. Okay. No doubt. But this could be another dynasty, man. Y'all just gonna have to put up with it. You got to deal with another super team. Your T said this meal is called the Filipino Get Down. So yeah, salute to everybody in here too. Yo, Zach said you cook that good food.
Sometimes when I'm in the
You want to give a shout out? Tell them what's up. From me to you and hand it to you guys, she's saying what's up. Man, I killed that. That was good. I'm about to get a second plate in a few minutes. But I got to get my drink up in here. I got like this strawberry. What is this? It's like, yeah. But it's really not that sweet at all, really. It's just like a sugar-free strawberry drink. It's pretty cool. It's good for the body too, man. Yeah, neither has LeBron. None of them won Defensive Player of the Year. But Kevin Durant is a better defensive player right now. I got to give to him. You know, I got to give to him. What up, Raw? It's all love, man. Even though we disagree, I know you're a big time. You know, you riding with them. You riding with LeBron to the end, but dog, he in trouble. He in trouble. This is not like Bradley Beal, Russell Westbrook, and Ben Simmons on the same team. Okay, these are top 10 players all on the same team. You know, James Harden finally going to get that chip. That's the one thing he's missing on his resume. He got MVPs. He got scoring titles. He led the league in assists. You know, he did everything. And low key, if you look at some of his stats, his defense got better every season. But the narrative around it is that he don't play defense. But he's gotten better at defense every single year. You know? And Harden knows how to get to the free throw line. He's a better free throw shooter than LeBron. So in crucial moments, Harden, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Durant could shoot free throws because they're going to get fouled. He does not. I don't know, man. He forced his way out of Houston. He got to get a chip now. It's going to be all eyes on James Harden because you did this to your team. You know, you forced your way out. But he did say a farewell to the Houston Rockets. You know, I don't know if you looked at that, Zach. He posted it up on social media. So he gave a final farewell to the city of Houston because Houston kind of made James Harden James Harden. He became a superstar playing for the Houston Rockets. We wouldn't know who James Harden, the superstar, is if it wasn't for all the good stuff that he did in Houston. And he has some good classic moments in Houston, you know. You know, but now you may ask what the Lakers have over the Brooklyn Nets. They got a better bench, okay? But that starting lineup is not better than the Brooklyn Nets starting lineup. And the Brooklyn Nets got Jeff Green, a good all-around veteran. You guys forgetting that Jeff Green could ball. You know, you're overlooking the players that the Nets get. Yeah, man. Yo, that defense in the Olympics was just, yeah. You know, Harden came a long way up from playing no defense to playing some defense. Yeah. He told Houston that, hey, I want to be gone. They were stubborn. They said, you know what? We could work it out. You know. I'm pretty sure LeBron worried about the Brooklyn Nets. I know he is. He's probably thinking in the back of his mind, okay, they want to play ball? Yo, call up the Lakers GM, tell them let's put a trade in. I want a superstar player, you know, by mid-season. I guarantee you Lakers going to be in trade talks to Lakers trying to get Bradley Beal. Lakers trying to get Zach LaVine. That's a sign that they're scared because they're going to get another all-star. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Harden's a superstar, no doubt. He definitely is. The guy got some historic records. You know, he established himself as one of the greatest offensive players in the league. You know, I saw Harden hit some incredible shots. Like, damn, how you guard that? You know, now he's going to be able to cook one-on-one more because you can't double team Harden, but you're going to leave Kevin Durant open. You're going to leave Kyrie Irving open. Big threes are hard to stop. Superstars are hard to stop. And somebody always said, Tony Kornheiser on ESPN said, talent wins championships. The more talent you get, the more chances you have to win the championship. What was the Lakers before Anthony Davis got there? You know, LeBron had all them young boys, Brandon Ingram, who's proven to be an all-star, couldn't make the playoffs with them boys. They gave up on LeBron. You know? Now all of a sudden he get AD, then boom, they go to the finals and win the chip. Roy out here representing. He said the LeBron and AD would destroy Brooklyn. Man, I don't know, Roy. I don't know. You know, Lakers have the better bench. I give you that, Roy, but that starting lineup, man, they don't have to keep all three. You know, like I said, you don't have to sit all three of those guys. If some of those guys want to get their numbers, you could let Kyrie and Durant sit down and let James Harden play. You know, you could always leave one of the big three on the floor. It's a 48-minute game. Somebody will always be playing almost the whole game. Or you split their minutes up. Let two play on the floor. You know, let three play on the floor probably like for 2 quarters. Then you split it up. But always have one of the big three on the floor at all times. Yeah. All that young talent they had. And look at the Pelicans now. Pelicans are a playoff contending team. No, all that drama that, oh, we're going to trade you. We're going to trade you. You know? Yeah, you true. You right, T. You right. Hey, the X factor is Harden, Durant, and Kyrie Irving. That's more of an X factor than just 2 guys. Oh, hey, man, yo, that rhymes. Steve Nash, Steve Kerr. Superteam, Superteam. Spencer Dinwiddie come back next season too? Man, them boys going to be good. Them Brooklyn Nets going to be in the house. Biggie Smalls, you know, he like this right now. Machine Gun Funk, baby. Biggie happy as a mug right now. No, Rob, but y'all should have kept Ingram. You should have definitely kept Ingram. Get rid of Kyle Kuzma, man. You know, because Kuzma, he was balling when you give him the ball, you run some plays for him. He could give you 20 a game, but the Lakers just take the ball out of Kyle Kuzma's hands. They don't run no plays for him, you know. T said my watch always set on real. That's what's up, you know. But man, yo, I'm about to be out of here, man. So I'm gonna give my shout outs to you guys. Shout out to Zach, shout out to T, shout out to Roy, shout out to Drew. You know, shout out to everybody. Shout out to shout out to Johnson from Ravenswood. You know, everybody that joined in the chat. Salute. You guys have a good day. I'm gonna go back to eating, and I'm gonna go and watch some TV and relax now, man. You know. And also, if y'all big Marvel fans, y'all got Disney Plus. Go and watch WandaVision. You know what I'm saying? Putting that MCU on the map. You know, I'm a big fan of Marvel. Been since I was a kid. You know, so I gotta watch my superhero stuff. Even though I'm a grown ass man, I still watch these Marvel movies, Deadpool, and all that other stuff. You know, you only get one life, man. You gotta take care of it while you doing your thing. So everybody, peace. Enjoy yourselves, and salute. And salute everybody in here. 1.